This is Marmalade, a 1998 VW T4. Been away in it a few times and decided that it was time for an interior change. She's had a fair share of diesel leaks and problems, and I certainly wouldn't be able to afford to own this van without my friends, or by doing stuff myself. All started with putting the interior up for sale, and on the day that I was going off to deliver it, this happened. I thought I'd do cheap to expensive in terms of fixes. On a van this old, it can only be a handful of things stopping fuel from getting to the engine. So first I bled the system of air. I replaced the fuel feed pipe, which I had bodged for a previous fix. Now it's one complete section that guarantees no air leaks. Then I did a fuel filter change to see if that was clogged up. Give it a fresh one. I changed the wiring for the fuel stop solenoid. It's a problem that I've had before and I wanted to rule it out. When that didn't work, I thought, well, it's going to be the in-tank pump, and then someone suggested that it might be the relay that controls all of that. The 109 relay was deemed to be the culprit. So I swapped that out for a new one. So that whole process took about 3 weeks to figure out, in and around work, weekends and time where I could actually spend diagnosing the problems. But it's all better now, so I can crack on with removing the floor and the rest of the interior, cleaning up the floor, removing the screws, getting it ready for welding. Give it a good old clear out because a bit of the floor was a bit mouldy and there was lots of wood left hanging around. And start tackling the inevitable mess of wiring that's hanging around in the back of it. So now the van's all stripped out, cleaned, ready to be welded. And then once that's done, we can get the flooring and then start building it back up again. Yeah, so that concludes the first sort of stage of the van renovation. Is the seats are changed at the front, everything else is removed from the back. I've removed lots of wiring, no longer is needed or was never connected before, at least as long as I've owned it, it's never been connected. The only thing I was ever aware of working were the light and the charge ports at the back, so I can just start again in that respect. I've kept lots of the wiring because why throw it away if it's not broken? So I can reuse it for all the elements that I want to put back in. So I want to do like a switch panel that's got the lights, USB panel, voltmeter. So yeah, time to get thinking.